because this past week we saw the premiere of The Iron Claw, a A24 film about the legendary Von Erich family. It's coming out on December 22nd, and they had their red carpet premiere, and the stars were out. Obviously, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, who was also in the film, MJF, was there, but also we got names like John Cena, we got Liv Morgan, you had Lana there, as well as other wrestlers. Even the Von Erichs made an appearance on this past episode of Dynamite. So I wanted to get your number one, are you going to go see this movie? Number two, how do you feel about seeing WWE guys, AEW guys kind of in the same space?
Number one, I would like to see the movie. MJF has demonstrated to be really fun, really charismatic, but very good at acting. He's no stranger to the camera. I mean, the kid's been on camera since he was a kid, quite literally.
Mhm.
So I feel like I could trust his acting skills to be good and to be something where I feel like I'll be able to watch MJF and not like see the wrestler, but like
Mhm.
just him in whatever acting role he's in. So
Mhm.
I'm interested to watch it for that, but also the Von Erichs. That's a very interesting topic to touch upon. I didn't learn much about the Von Erichs until I watched that special on Dark Side of the Ring, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching it. So I'd be totally down to see them on the big screen. I feel like every wrestling fan should if you're a true wrestling fan. Like, why not? What? Like
Absolutely.
this is our crack. This is our bread and butter. We love hashing out old school shit.
Right.
But thirdly, to answer your question about seeing them together, I didn't really feel any different about it. I just thought it was cool. Maybe a little bit surprising, not so much on AEW's end, but for WWE to allow the pictures, because I don't have an issue with them being in the same space. I expect that these people hit each other up, that they know each other already, that they hang out. But it was just very interesting and bold to see um, WWE talent like just loud and boldly taking pictures, especially with John Cena too in there,
Mhm.
with AEW talent, because this is supposed to be the company that we're quote in competition with. So does that mean that we're not actually in competition with them, or we're just doing good business? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It I mean, what else were you going to do? I mean, the Von Erichs came from WWE, and of course one person's in the Von Erich film. So it's interesting. And I'm pretty sure that everyone who got handpicked to be at the premiere is probably very honored. They looked happy as hell in the photos. So good on them. Good for well, who's John Cena? It was Liv
John Cena,
Morgan.
Liv Morgan. I gotta find out who else was who else
But
went.
it's cool. It must have been cool to like A, be there for such a big film that's probably going to do a lot in the box office. And I feel like it's just pretty awesome to just have the leisurely the opportunity to just again be present with the opposing company and to be like to get the okay to post those pictures, and no one's gonna
Mhm.
chew you out for it. Like, oh, you gotta crop out this man. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, they just posted it, they had fun. Good for them. But what do you think about the movie and everyone being presented together?
Fun fact: Ryan Nemeth was also there. Chavo Guerrero was also there. He
Ooh,
is the
Chavo.
movie's wrestling consultant. So Lana was there. Bruce Buffer, who is the UFC ring announcer, was there. Liv Morgan was there, and that's all that I'm seeing as far as wrestling related talent or combat sports related talent that was at that premiere. Um, this kind of brings me back to something that MJF said. Like MJF was talking about this and saying, like, listen, guys, like I know y'all are all WWE or AEW, but like all the wrestlers are cool. Like we're all cool. Like we all talk to each other, and we want there to be competition. Not competition, but like we want there to be multiple wrestling companies because when there's competition, we're all better. Like competition means he's making money and I'm making money. We're both making money. We're all making more money, so we're all cool. So I don't think that this says a lot about the wrestlers because I feel like we kind of all share a sense that like the majority of wrestlers from both sides kind of get along.
Right.
Um, However, what I do think that this says a lot about how far WWE has come. Tony Khan has always been a very, very inclusive leader. He's always been one of those like, yeah, you want to do an indie date? Yeah, you want to go take a picture with this person? Yeah, yeah, go ahead and do it. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not tripping over it. Tony Khan has always been that guy. WWE has not always been that inclusive. I feel like Vince was very closed off, very exclusive, but I feel like this is kind of a testament to where WWE is heading. They want to be more inclusive.
WWE treats AEW like that one guy in your Facebook Messenger DMs that just keeps telling you good morning, good morning, good morning every single
That's a
day.
fact. That's a fact.
And you
That's a
finally
fact.
give him a chance.
And you finally give him a chance. It's like, oh, this isn't that bad. Oh, okay, all right, cool. No, I just feel like WWE is starting to become more inclusive, if not for anything else, for the sake of good business and good optics. Because it's like in a social media age and in an age where like wrestling is just like wrestling, it's one of those things where it's like if you're not taking pictures with certain cats, it's like you're just weird. Like that's not like you're not trying to prove anything. It's like that's a wrestler, that's a wrestler. Clearly they know each other. Why don't we see them hanging out? So I just feel like we're in a space where it's cool to be inclusive, and I think that WWE is moving towards an inclusive atmosphere. And I feel like this is a great place to be inclusive. Is at a movie premiere like like the Iron Claw, because this is a wrestling movie, and this is in turn going to generate some buzz around the business. Also, shout out to Zach Efron because he got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. And he
Really?
also
Wow.
said a lot of
I
good
love
things
that.
about wrestling. He just said, how intense it is, how brutal of a sport it is, and how these guys are artists and this, that, and the third. So I
I'm a
will definitely see it.
fan.
Y'all should see it. Also, A24, I want merch. Send me merch for Iron Claw. Send us merch for Iron Claw. All
Yes.
right. We want the sponsor coin. But let us know how you guys feel about the Iron Claw in the comments below. We're going to go see it. But that concludes our show.